What's up, guys? It's PKS Young Lottery. Today we're going to be doing the Week 10 highlights for the Bear vs. Bull Pokemon Draft League. Only 1 week left to go after this, and playoffs start. So, wow, this is really just flown by. It feels like it just started, but yeah. Game 1, we got Richard versus Anders. And it looks like an interesting matchup. It's going to be like a lot of web, like playing around webs, essentially. I did help Richard with this. I don't remember exactly like every little interaction. I remember I teched on Smackdown on Cinderace to catch the Zard Y off guard. Doesn't end up coming into play here, but that was like a little techie thing that neither of us even knew it got that move. But yeah, I learned Smackdown. Webs. I mean, I suggested Taunt Coco. He ended up going with Taunt Coco. He ended up choosing a different path to deal with this. But aside from playing around the hazards, if you look at like, offensive impact, Charizard Y has no switch-ins. Like nothing can come in and live 2, and it's it's relatively fast. Like naturally, it's faster than 3 out of the 6 here. Okay, my cat's parkouring off of random furniture, I think. Yeah, so that's a mega threat basically, right? Valiant, another major threat. Its dual stab is brutal into... Okay, the neighborhood kids are having a fucking meltdown, so I'm gonna go ahead and shut the window. Alright. Into Annihilate, Kartana, and Ursaluna Blood Moon. And then it's able to hit everything else neutrally. So that's another major threat on Richard's side of the field. Tapu Koko, also a major threat. Gets access to Grass Knot, which threatens Ursaluna, which would normally, be something that would... this is the only ground type, essentially. So, yeah, from Anders' point of view, like I said, he's going to want to set hazards and then bully things with his big hitters. Like, I don't remember what kind of Kartana this is, but Banded Cart and Webs is pretty lethal. Annihilate, one of those, like, hard-hitting, but, like, not the fastest. But it can also take advantage of Webs, essentially. And Ursaluna Blood Moon, that's another one. Like, it's really strong, it's really bulky, but it's really slow, so it's a good pairing. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and not blow out all of our collective fucking eardrums and mute this. And let's see. Okay, so he leads Coco into the Galvantula. He doesn't taunt, he Volt switches out into Cryogonal. So on this turn, you could spin, but he has the option to go Annihilate, which he does. Doesn't try to, though. Instead goes into Valiant after reflecting. And Calm Mind's up in front of... Yeah, that's not going to do anything, because he hasn't taken any hits yet, obviously. So base 50 power, and this thing is behind a reflect and +1/+1. I think he might have lived even a... Well, actually, first of all, you're naturally faster, so it would have to be Scarf. I'm like very confident that he would have lived behind a reflect. So, but either way, he decides to respect the Smart Strike and go Charizard. He Megas and probably just clicks Flamethrower, right? Yeah. Hi, Theo. My cat's being crazy. Yep, okay, chest arrest. Oh, he gets burned. I mean, it doesn't matter. So I found out later that this is actually bold Charizard. When I saw Annihilate at speed, I was like, oh, he's modest. That's so greedy. But no, it's actually like bulky Charizard. Just to like make sure Kartana never does anything, I guess. But anyway. Just don't want to miss anything here. Okay, so Cinderace comes out. He hard switches into Coco, which is a little bit nuts. I feel like I don't know. Maybe T-Tar would have been a better switch, but whatever. He's just willing to let it go down so that he can go back out into Valiant and click Thunderbolt inside of terrain, which is going to be enough to KO Cinderace. Doesn't opt to go for Chip. Instead, he goes into Cryo. Here, I was anticipating maybe Vacuum Wave being an issue, but no, he doesn't have it. He gets to set up a last-ditch effort, Reflect in front of the Annihilate instead. Can't rest inside Electric Terrain. That's an easy misplay to make because it's not one of the primary reasons why somebody would set Electric Terrain, you know? It's like a seldom seen secondary effect. So we've all been there, bro. No worries. Again, he's going to go into Charizard Y. Brick breaks to break the Reflect, which is nice, but is forced to go into Togekiss. I found out later that Richard did speed creep this for Togekiss, like non-Scarf Kiss, which is good because that thing does learn Ancient Power, which would have been problematic for sure. He's able to sack off the Snowflake in front of the Ursaluna, but at this point, Venusaur does just win with the amount of Sun turns that are left. Oh wait, no, I'm wrong. I thought that there's no Heat Rock. There's no Heat Rock, but either way, he EPs into the Kartana, which makes sense because EP would have been enough to kill Ursa. He sacks off Valiant instead of going hard Zard this time. But now Charizard wins. Yeah, Charizard wins. Yeah, I was looking at the wrong Sun turns, but GG's. Richard's going to go ahead and take that one, and that was for the Wolf division. Okay, so this is over in Bear. This is Ben versus DG. I don't know who wins this. I just picked it literally because it was the first replay in my div that I saw. Just indiscriminately picking replays at this point. But yeah, we got rain into sand. It's a little bit of a weather war going on. You got Pelipper and Basculegion, and then you get Tyranitar and what's this thing? Dracozolt. So just from that alone, I mean, this thing is relatively devastating into Ben. He does have Steelix though, which is nice. It gets Flamethrower coverage, but you know, if rain's up, that's not doing much. It's also like not the side of the spectrum that this thing is going to be wanting to attack from. It's mostly like a physical abuser. So, you know, he does have some deterrence against his weather abuser. And then similarly, Basculegion is, well, depending on the set, right, could be checked by Chestnut. So, pretty even in terms of like offensive and defensive impact, I'd say. Mega Pinsir is extremely threatening. Archaludon is one of those things that just is annoying. Like, it always lives a hit and then hits hard back. Yeah. Let's just dive right into this one. So he leads Licks into T-Type, probably wanting to get off, like, I don't know. Holy crap. Okay. So that's huge. That's a really big turn one, because now this thing is in range of Flamethrower from Dracozolt. But if he clicks Body Press, that's even bigger. That means that he wins the Weather War for the entire game. And he does click Body Press. So it's good that he got the chip, but now Dracozolt is not going to be as effective for the entirety of the game. So probably not worth the risk. Okay, so he goes into Chestnut, clicks Spikes, as Steelix Toxics the Chestnut. Again, I don't know if that's a good trade in value, just because the Chestnut is really the only thing stopping the bat, unless it's special Basque. If it's special Basque, then Blissey doesn't give a fuck. But I'm assuming it's gonna be physical. So this being on a timer is really unfortunate for DG. He just keeps committing to the hazard stack. And he's also burning his own... Yeah, I was going to say, he's burning his own sand turns. He needs to start getting in this and taking advantage of the sand turns that he does have. But that was so risky, too. Okay, he subs. And now this is the situation we were talking about, right? On lead, like Flamethrower here isn't going to be doing as much because Rain's up. Is unable to kill with Earthquake as well, because Steelix is just so physically bulky. He subs again, not sure why. We already saw that Earthquake indeed breaks sub, and he's got no reason to preserve this anymore. It's already gotten like insane value. Like, yeah. And with T-Tar being gone, like literally zero reason to preserve Steelix. Okay, so he goes Rotom, trying to set screens. This could turn the tide. Goldengo could be something like Nasty Plot. Goldengo could potentially break through. So let's see. Okay. I'm not sure why this came out, because this isn't going to be taking advantage of screens. It's not set up. And it's also going to be losing more HP than it is gaining HP. Okay, he's still just committing to this hazard stack. He misses the Draco, and then he misses the Leech Seed. Okay. This Chestnut is going to go down. Okay, he switches it out. Blissey switches into Drake, and it does fucking zero. Just completely bounces off. Oh, he techs on Body Press, which I was just about to say. It came out before I could even say it. This thing gets Body Press, so I mean, it makes total sense that he would bring it into DG's team. Okay, he Shadow Balls. It's a Life Orb Goldengo. Wonder if it has T-Bolt. Okay, it doesn't have T-Bolt, or he just didn't want to kill Pelipper. Spiky Shield. Spiky Shield. To just die the next turn. Okay, he goes Dracozolt. Probably going to click subs. Oh, no. He Dragon Claws instead of Bolt Beaks. Which... Oh, for Scream to... Wait, no. He should have just always Bolt Beaked. I don't understand. Okay. Not sure why Dragonclaw came out. Goes into gold on this, and that's going to do a fuck ton of damage. At this point, Goldengo has zero chance of winning. I mean, it was a wrap a while ago, but the fact that it's, first of all, slower. Second of all, Life Orb. It would just kill itself at that point. Yeah, this thing is just a fucking menace. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this whole situation was fucked from turn one. Like, the second you let T-Tar go down, this Dracozolt, which is one of your biggest threats, just became basically shit. So, yeah, that was a rough turn one. It just kind of snowballed from there. Okay, now we got Stewart versus James. I haven't seen this one either. But yeah, let's go ahead and break this one down. So we got Skarmory, Zamazenta, Chiyu, Tapu Fini, Garchomp, and Hydreigon, which is one of the scariest teams I've ever seen in my entire life. It's crazy. Into Lando, Slowking, this guy, what's his name? Scaladurge, Vikavolt, Darkrai, and Klefki. Okay, so we could have like a hazard like a hazard war going on here. Like this could be like spikes, this could be spikes, this could be like webs or whatever. It could also be screens. I mean, I know this thing is just like prankster utility, the Pokemon, so you never really know what it's gonna do. It's got a lot of options. In terms of offensive impact, I mean, Zamazenta actually doesn't look the best. I mean, I know it has Ice Fang for this, and it gets Crunch for these. Actually, no, it's good. It is good. It gets CC and it's neutral on this and everything. It's just, with Intimidate and with the natural bulk and the regen and all that, like, it's not something that just, like, automatically is like, holy fuck. You know what I mean? Like, you need to meet certain conditions for it to be really scary. Chi-Yu, on the other hand, does not have that problem. Its dual stab goes absolutely crazy into Stu. Finny, Misty Terrain plus Garchomp, like if it's like SD, Scale Shot, EQ, coverage move, that's a pretty good combination. Prevents, you know, any kind of status spread, which is typical on things like this and this and this, like T-Wave, Wisp. Like, Hydreigon is a very scary Pokemon. It has, you know, it's either gonna be like Scarf or Specs, or even like Sub Nasty Plot could be problematic. Although I will say Sub probably isn't the best call, because I don't know, this could be what, like this could be like Colbert Alluring Voice or something like that. But yeah, from Stewart's perspective, he's just gonna, like, this looks like the more offensive team. This looks like more of like a, I don't know, I actually don't know what to make of this. Like, it looks like webs plus, let's just see what happens, because I actually don't know what to expect here. Okay, so he leads with, oh wow, okay. I don't know if that's Specs or not. I think Specs would have probably killed. Oh, it's White Herb. Yeah, so it wasn't Specs. Okay. Oh, Sub. Okay, so it screens Finny. I don't think I've ever seen this click that. It's usually webs or some kind of like Z move or whatever. Oh, I wonder if this is Sub Slack Chomp. Okay. So if it's assuming Scale Shot, yeah, it's going to break and then also do damage. HP Ice does a shit ton even with screens up. Scale Shots into this. Ooh, Magnet Rise to avoid Earthquake. That was nice. But now what? What's it going to do? Set screens of its own. Okay, and then go Vikavolt. Okay, that was a good that was a really good switch on Stewart's part, because if he allowed Skarmory to get rocks up without switching, he would just basically never getting this back in again, because it isn't Boots, it's leftovers. This would have to be Defog, otherwise this is basically a sack. Okay, he body presses into this, which is insane. Oh, Trick Room. Why? Oh, yeah, okay. He sacks Skarmory into this. Yeah, this thing is wicked slow. That's a cool little combo. Okay, so he kind of over predicts here and just clicks HP Ice, anticipating Garchomp to want to come out, which I get. You're trying to make the most of your Trick Room turns. This could be a bait. That would have been a really good turn for like some kind of neutral coverage move, like a Energy Ball or something. He clicks Reflect and then goes Garchomp. Oh yeah, he's Bug Buzz even. Okay, so now God is in. This thing is a fucking demon. So he doesn't go Lando, which means it's not Scarf. Okay, is he gonna TR again? Nope, he gets flinched. I wonder if he clicked TR. Probably. Light screen up. Oh, he nasty plots, anticipating the light screen. So basically, it's like this isn't there. Okay, now it's, yeah. This is pretty bad. Flame charge. I think you're naturally faster than everything already. I don't think the flame charge was necessary. If Lando was faster, he would have went into it, I feel like. But I get whatever. Better safe than sorry. It's not like this isn't fodder. That did so much damage. Yeah, this thing's crazy. Lando, I think... Yeah, still dies. Yeah, at this point, she was just going to clean it up. Well played from Stewart's point of view. I think the flinch really messed him up, and I think that not having a good coverage move on this on this turn like really messed him up too. I think if he had Energy Ball there, it would have been pretty good. But yeah, that's all 3 games for week 10. Keep your eyes out for week 11 and then playoffs after that. Have a good one.